Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Remax, Masters of Aphelios, One Trick Pony, and today I'm going to do a full gameplay commentary in a D1 game. So, my room page today is going to be Conqueror, Presence of Mind, Bloodline, and Last Stand, with the Domination tree going Taste of Blood, Ravenous Hunter, and then the standard attack sheet, attack damage, and armor. I'm doing Last Stand because against this enemy team comp, I can actually get a lot of value out of it because when I'm fighting champions like Olaf, Darius, and Kaisa in particular, I can get a lot of value out of Last Stand because in the all-in that they're going to be looking to win, I can turn it around by having Last Stand. So it'll be pretty useful. But if you're thinking about like, well, what if I don't want to go Last Stand, Coup de Grace and Cut Down are actually also totally viable in this case because they all work really well on Aphelios, and it's just a matter, I guess at the end of the day, it can be personal preference, but having Last Stand, it can actually like change the way your game plays out, so I would totally recommend trying it out. They have a really good invade team. Ours isn't bad either, but I would say that theirs is better, so ideally I would not like to fight here if we can avoid it, but it seems like my team is very interested in fighting. Aphelios has a pretty weak level 1. He has no abilities, so I'm at a significant disadvantage. They have Ghost, which means that if the fight goes well for them, they'll probably win it. Aphelios level 1's not bad, TS level 1's not bad, Thresh level 1 not bad, but like Aphelios, we'll see. I'm not too big of a fan of this, but here we go. Okay, maybe a Thresh hook. Got the flash. Gonna walk out right away because if they're here, won't be good. Okay. So notice how you already have that ward down, and so I guess it depends on what rank you're playing in, but ever since the start of preseason, maybe or last season, late invades have been pretty popular, and so especially against champions such as Olaf, it's pretty possible that you're gonna get late invaded on. So it's important to ward that if you're gonna be leashing. Looks like they're starting topside though, and I could. Ooh, okay. Weird. I'm gonna pull the wave here. But it looks like they're not leashing either, so I don't think it's gonna do anything. So instead, I'm just gonna start autoing the wave down to make sure that we have about equal pressure in lane as they do. Okay, what is going on with my top laner now? I guess I can't worry about that. So what I'm doing here is, now a lot of times like on Aphelios, it's really tempting to just start using your Calibrum and just start autoing away. But then what ends up happening is you lose level 2 and then it goes really bad. But like one thing to pay attention to is like they didn't leash, so it's actually totally possible Olaf starts topside, right? And so what I'm gonna want to do here is I'm gonna want to crash the wave at with 3 waves stacked and then just recall, because I'm not looking to fight, or I'm not looking to contest an Olaf if he's gonna be here. So I'm just gonna start shoving this wave in. They might counter shove it. If they do, I might have a bit of trouble, but I'm just gonna use my abilities and spam them and just try to get them in. Got their Guardian, that's good. I can walk up and thread into auto them with the Severum. Can my Thresh hit this? You want to hit that? Alright, cool. So I'm not going to stay here. I'm just going to recall here. Because I don't really want to contest. It's just going to stop my back. Okay, so change of plans. So it would be, like, that's a good recall timing. But what I'm going to do instead now is, I'm going to keep this lane shoved. And I'm going to help my jungler. Nice. Okay, so we're fine, because our jungler also here ends up being okay. And so she's just gonna contest that scuttle. It's probably for the better that I stay here anyways. Yeah, I'm down for this. So, and you'll also notice, one thing I did well here is I have gun swaps ready. Definitely feel like with a twist of fate, probably could have got that fight going. Now I have to walk back into lane. This is pretty hard. Ends up not being good for me. And I can't walk this way because they're going to try to pressure me. Thankfully the wave didn't hit tower yet, so I don't think I'm going to miss too much. But either way, on Aphelios, like one thing you'll notice is that you want to have your swaps ready. I'm on last tick of both, so I kind of want to. Yes, I can get one auto. Okay. Yeah, top lane is definitely gonna lose. She's just been disconnecting a lot this game, so I don't really have any expectations for top lane here. So let's CS up nicely. I'm down a bit of CS, but that's like purely from the roam. I'm gonna look to shove this in. Gonna ping Mia. Looks like she backs. Do I have any intention of following this here? No. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna recall with 1.5 or 1055. Ping Mia. They definitely don't want to fight that. She's probably dead. She has no flash. I'm gonna sell this and just get tier 2 boots. So like when you have Conquer especially, getting tier 2 boots is like totally okay. They're not really doing too much in terms of fighting me, so I'm okay with going tier 2s here. I'm not too worried about sustain. But you'll notice she has like flat AD advantage, so that means like in terms of short trades, where like we both hit each other, she's gonna win. But if I can take quick trades of just like autoing before she can auto me back, or extended trades where I can auto multiple times and use abilities to get my Conquer, I'll win. So we'll see how that goes. And with like Inferno, my goal here is I want to thin out the whip, so she can't pressure me too much. But my Thresh is roaming, so really like I want to just last hit and then back way up. Nice. Yeah, so I just gotta back way up because I have no pressure here. But having tier 2 boots means that I can at least be in the area for EXP. Nice. Still down a bit of CS though. Not too happy about that. But I mean, it is what it is. Like when you rotate for a jungle play, sometimes just gonna happen. And, like you just can't do too much about it. It's just what it is. And going for a play, I really don't like this play at all. That was like very forced. Like if you notice, like the first thing I do in that situation is I'll look at like the mini map. I'll be like, what's going on? Okay. Oof. Nah. I like tried to follow that up because they're just like trying to force really hard, but maybe I could have healed there. I'm not sure. I'm down for this. Like I'm 100% down for this though. I think I'm gonna mute this Talia. Like I could follow that up, but it was like very forced. She's just feeding me bad information. I'm gonna hard shove this though and force them to stay. And if they stay, then they're at a disadvantage. And if not, they miss cannon, I'm pretty sure. And that'll be good for me. I'm not gonna stay for tower plates though. I wanna get 2 longswords so I can match her attack damage. I wonder if I was able to deny the cannon. It might have been too late. We'll find out. 2 longswords and that. And this is a pretty decent, like honestly, on Aphelios. Nice. Okay, so Kai'Sa didn't get the cannon. It's pretty huge. I go either or here. I'm leaning towards Kraken Slayer though. I really enjoyed Kraken Slayer into like Darius, Olaf, because those characters like really just get in your face, and then having that damage to like kill them is always really nice. I'm pretty low on chakrams, but it's enough to start a fight. I'm gonna thin out this wave, and I've been getting solo EXP, so I'm gonna hit 6 here. Darn, maybe I could have followed up that fight earlier, but it's like important to like not dwell on that kind of stuff. So. 2 longswords is enough to just last hit. Gonna ping Mia. It's a bit dangerous to walk up without the wave here. And Morg's roaming. So I'm pretty tempted to shove here. Oh, Kai'Sa is griefing. She can just die here actually. Nice. Yeah, I knew like getting a few more autos in there would just get me that, so. She's playing really up. Ooh, I think I played that bad. I played that like he had Lantern and he didn't have Lantern. That's my bad. How do I play that better? So in that situation, I should Calibrum Q him, auto him down with tower. I think I would just Calibrum Q and then melee range Chakram him. That's probably the best way I should play that, but I just completely froze there. That's my bad. It's pretty bad. I can hover for the play though. He has no ult. Whew. Interesting. I think they can go for this. I'm hovering as well. Yeah, I'm down. Just gonna look into Calibrum. Nice. So Morg's just bad, so that worked. Realistically, what I should do there is I should put my tower down in the bush where they might potentially fight me. Okay. So then I can grab her from out of vision. That's like the best way I could play that. So it worked out because she just doesn't know my character. But realistically, I should have my grab ready there so I can get the grab from out of vision and have a higher chance of her not spell shielding it. Because realistically, my abilities don't do enough to like break her black shield easily. This Kai'Sa is playing like she has help. Oh, Morg's already here. Okay. Speedy. Mobius, yeah. Gonna crash this wave. Olaf's top. I want to pressure. So I'm not gonna use any Calibrum abilities here, but I can auto the tower with grab instead. Okay, there we go. Nice. See, so like grab leads into a guaranteed Calibrum Q, and that's what I was doing there. They already know she's here. One more point. They don't want to engage on me there because they don't know if Talia's here or not. I could go for an out of vision grav, but to be honest, Aphelios gravel. So like one, from that angle, it's too short to actually be efficient, and then two, in this Kai'Sa matchup, good Kai'Sas are always just gonna E your grav ulti, or your ult in general. So you need to get a bit more creative with it. This is sketchy, yeah. Nice. Okay, so I had a feeling that like Morg might do that, but the way I play that is you're gonna notice that I actually grabbed Kai'Sa before I flashed away. So I had grab on both of them, but I think Morg's spell shield blocked the first part. Nice. You always want to wait to take the lantern in that situation. Good flash and thresh though, that saved me. I want to get this wave for my item. I'm kind of tempted to go Gale Force now because the way the game's been going, where it's like having a little bit of mobility could like make a difference, but I still think it's a Kraken Slayer game. I don't want to stay here though because I end up dying. The Kai'Sa, and that would be good. She gets shut down. So get me a Kraken Slayer. And we're chilling. We're chilling. But yeah, that's like one thing. When you're using grab, thinking about who you want to use grab on before you finish using it is like always really important. So just keep that in mind. Like it's not always like auto attack grab. It's like maybe wait a second. Oh, she was eating. She should just die here, or she should not be allowed to play the game. So Thresh is shoving, and I think it's because it's drags up. And I have a lot of stacks, so like one thing that you always do on Aphelios is like, I have high crescendum stacks, which means that I don't mind being reliant on the next swap because it'll be reliable, right? Like Calirum Crescendum will be reliable because I have enough Crescendum to make it reliable. And so I don't mind all attacking with it a bit and then having a swap combo where I could go Severum into Calibrum, or Severum, swap to Calibrum Crescendum, and then be really consistent, right? So I'm looking for a fight here because this is a good swap to be on. I could start the fight with Severum Q, get a lot of Chakrams, then swap to Calibrum, and then just finish them off. So I'm completely open to fighting here. But looks like they don't have any intentions of fighting. And usually, like, pro players, once they get their first item, they just like perma-shove. But I guess we're stacking 2 waves here because they're playing super passive. And stacking 2 waves will make it so I can pressure tower harder. Okay. Next time she does that on the cannon, I'm just gonna... What are we scared of though? Is Olaf here? Yeah, I want to keep my chakrams going here. So like once you get chakrams going, your main goal is always to just keep them going. Like you notice how I'm just not stopping and I have towers down too? So I want to grab here. I want to grab him. Nice, there we go. And that all stems from like me using my chakrams very low, right? Like I'm like, once I get those up, I want to keep them up. But then in that situation with Olaf, it's like, okay, well, I don't need to melee range him anymore, and I can just space him because his ult's gonna run out, and grab's like really good if Olaf doesn't have his ulti. Okay. I probably could have blasted that tower and waited for the wave, so I'm gonna miss one now. And because Olaf's there and there's no threat, I probably could have got away with that. And it would have been a better back timing too, because I really need one more wave, so that's my bad. Twisted Fate's already mid, so I'm probably gonna go bot and catch the wave, but it looks like Talia's catching the wave. I really need this wave though. Ooh. Shurelio's battle song, okay. And you always want to check like where your ammo's at before you go into lane, so you know like what you're working with. This is more of a setup swap. Okay. I don't think I ever make it to this fight. Realistically. Oh, I do no damage. Okay, that was just really bad, yeah. Jeez. That was just like the... You know, I'm gonna just throw my ulti out here. Let's see what happens, ulti, yeah? Ow. Kaisa hurts. I don't mind being here so long as Thresh stays. If Thresh leaves me though, then I'm screwed. So. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So like at this point in the game, one thing that's really good to pay attention to is basically once you have these towers down, enemy jungle camp should be yours. And it's a really good way to not only increase your lead, but take Olaf out of the game. It's really impressive because you just make it so the enemy jungle has nothing to do other than to fight you. But like they don't want to fight you because you're so strong. The only problem is if you try to force it too hard and then you end up taking bad fights, that's when you could throw the game. So like be careful when you're doing it, yeah? So there's red buff spawning soon. I kind of want to be there. but Drag's also spawning, and Drag is better than red buff, so I should probably go for Drag. But it looks like Talia's got Drag, yeah, so I should go contest this red buff. And I need my Thresh to come here though. You know I have Flash. It's a lot better if Thresh comes here with me. I'm not hitting the plant because I don't want him to see, but okay, cool. Get ulted. Let's go. No hook. I'm down for this fight 100%. But notice how I don't force that fight. Like, if my team doesn't set up the fight properly, then I can't like force it to happen. Yeah, like I need it to somewhat be natural, or else it's just not gonna work. Oh, he dodged all there. That's my bad. That's like pretty obvious, to be honest, that he's gonna go that way. Cool. Nice, thank you, Dash. So realistically, what I want to do here, so when you're on this like purple light, you're like, dude, these guns suck together, which they do. So you probably want to start thinking about how you're going to fix it, and the easiest way to do that is basically when you have bad combos on Aphelios, you can just think about, well, how do I fix that? And the answer is you just put it in an order that's going to be decent. So now I have these two, and like while Grav is lower, my goal should be to get rid of Calibrum here, so I can actually set this up and get good combos back. And my goal right now is I want to pressure Baron. So having a pink in my inventory would be good, but I don't have a pink. But I want to get rid of these guns, like all of them, because I want to be back on my my chakrams in this situation, because if I can have my chakrams right away from the start, I can shred Baron and it'll be really good. So I want to be on like full ammo red white, invading their jungle and setting stuff up. But yeah, you're just gonna see me, I'm just gonna burn my guns here, because while these guns are nice and they're really good for setting up, they're really slow at taking objectives, so that's not what we want. So I should have gotten rid of that there. That was a bit stronger than I expected. Oh, looks like my team's dying. So like my team's dying, which means that I'm not gonna have a timing to pressure Baron. So I'm not in much of a rush to get rid of my guns anymore. So I'm down to just chilling Infernum here. And I can look for a play topside, but this whole area is most likely warded. So if I'm going for a play, it's purely for follow-up. Maybe I don't need ult there, but like let's say I overcommit and I have to burn flash, that's a massive L. So I don't like Aphelios ult, I don't mind just throwing it out there, honestly, because most of the like it enhances the character's kit, but it doesn't make or break him. Like he's still very much a character even without ulti. So I think we want to pressure Baron here. Yeah, Olaf dot. So I'm gonna auto down with Infernum and get rid of my Infernum here, so that next time I swap onto red, it'll be so I can get my chakrams. Nice. And I'm gonna reset for my IE here. I'm not really interested in fighting there. We just get 2 pink wards, then we can go mid. I'm not gonna change my guns here, because basically having like high ammo on all your stuff right now is fine. And red white into Darius Olaf is always chill. Only problem was like, let's say Ziggs or Kaisa was fed, then it wouldn't be as chill because I would have a lot more trouble pressuring them. Maybe not Kaisa, but like red white against Ziggs is not that good. And like I might have trouble pressuring. Looks like my team's kind of throwing though. Oh wow, I'm trying too. I got the Olaf, but I didn't think her bind would be up. Jeez, I'm trolling. I'm like, yeah, my team's throwing. Okay, honestly, let me just join the festives too. Ah, my bad, my bad. Okay, but honestly, so when you're in this situation and you have like one more slot, getting more crit chance on Aphelios is like what you're ideally looking for. I know some people are like, yo man, Ravenous Hydra is sick. Just get crit. Like the whole character, this character is legit based around your Infinity Edge and getting more crit. And you always want to get more crit. And if I had to like go defensive here, it's going to be for QSS for more bind, yeah? Other than that, I'm not too worried. So I don't really want to give this up. I don't really want to approach this fight with full red-white though. I might just use it once here on my way because it makes me faster anyways, and I'm actually down. Get me in there. Okay, I'm done. Nice. So like, I can stack my red-white on the tower, or the drag, and just force them into a situation where it's like, if you want to fight me, I'm gonna have a shield, I'm gonna have chakram, so you actually don't want to fight me. He saw me. Oh. They're super scared of me. I hate when people start playing scared of you because it actually makes it really hard to pop off. Like they're playing super far back, so I can't like go for any outplays. It's okay. Ideally probably. Oof. You need Baron to siege against the Ziggs. That's not Flash, so this is just not it. Unfortunately, like, this is where, like, the game slows down. And so, it's really important that even if the game's slowing down, you don't just, like, Giga Grief and start, like, running it. Because that's what, it's, like, so tempting to do. I do this all the time, where I'm just like, yo, like, do you guys already lost? Like, let's just FF, yeah? And then, you know, unmasked mask just getting Giga sweaty, just holding it down. And I'm like, bro. So I'm just gonna farm jungle camps and wait for Baron and then pressure them out because pressuring a Ziggs with that Baron's kind of troll. And then in terms of items I want to get, honestly, Phantom Dancer is pretty dope here. I mean, I could also get the Executioners, but yeah, I'm kind of Phantom Dancer angle. That's what I'm feeling. How much money do I need? Yeah, it's like really cheap. Phantom Dancer is super fun on Aphelios. You get attack speed, crit. You pretty much just get like everything you want for a super cheap price. Like movement speed, attack speed, and especially if you're running Conquer, you can still hit 2.5 attack speed with PD, which is awesome. Which makes it so like Infernum becomes a much more viable option. Please me, please me, please me. Other options for like late game though, you could go Lord Doms, Bloodthirster, QSS. Like you can go whatever. Like this Mortal Reminder here honestly is probably not bad, but I'm a bit of a hype beast, so I'm gonna hit up that Phantom Dancer. And then let's play for Baron. Infernum is just so sick at this point in the game. Like you can just look for montage plays, like perma with Flash Infernum. It's pretty free. So basically all my guns are good at this point in the game. Infernum, Grav are a bit weaker in the early game, but once you get crit, they are kind of popping. So I don't mind at all just chilling on this combo. And if Olaf and Darius start running at me, I'm just gonna Infernum them down. I don't want to be the first one to walk in here though. Like that's like the one thing that sucks on AD carries. Like you can't be the first person to walk in. Like you actually have to wait for people to do stuff. But maybe like one thing I'll do here before the fight is I don't need this much Grav. Having a lot of Grav kind of sucks because Grav is the only gun you can't force yourself to get rid of. Like you can't just spam it and make it disappear. So it's important to burn Grav and not sit on too many stacks. But looks like we're rushing Baron, which means that like these guns are not good for rushing objectives though. That's like the one thing that you should know. Is that like when you're looking to rush objectives, like these guns are not ideal. And so, because they're getting low on ammo, I'm actually just going to swap them out. Nice, good smite, good smite. And this is perfect because we're in a really good spot to just pressure them out here. We could wait for drag, but I think we have enough time to just pressure them. But looks like my team's resetting, which means that we're going to reset. I don't like that reset timing, to be honest, and I'm probably not going to reset because when it's 30 seconds before an objective, that's like barely enough time to actually set up. Aurelia is griefing me there. She should have let me lifesteal. But yeah, it's like barely enough time to set up for the objective. Looks like she wants to split. I kind of disagree with it though, because at this point in the game, you kind of just want a 5v5. Looks like my Talia is running it. I'm gonna go save her because it seems kind of important. Wow, I die there. Ooh, I'm a bit... Yeah, this is why, like, when you can close out games, it's really important to close out games, because people are just gonna start running it down. I mean, I didn't even realize this guy was, like, whatever KD he's at. But, like, when your team starts running it down, this is, like, you can't control that, right? Like, I can't control what Talia's gonna do. So, that's fine. And you notice right away, I swapped to Caliber ult, or, I'm sorry, Chalk Crescendum ult. Because I'm just going to be melee range fighting. And so one thing I could have done different there though is because I was like stuck in this awkward situation where I couldn't move because I was Morgana binded, I probably could have Severum auto'd my way out of there and try the lifesteal. Let's see. I mean, realistically, the only way I lose if I get binded, but their healing is pretty high. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to Executioner some pot, which means that I'm like pretty strong and overall I can just like fight my way out of anything. And I have flash up. If I didn't have flash up, I'd probably get a QSS here because if like Morgana flash snares me or something, that would kind of suck. I think we're fine. I also think she flashed out the wall there. I'm not entirely sure. Shoving out mid away first. Yeah, see how like my team's kind of throwing? See, I've kind of popped off there though. Yeah, we're kind of throwing. Jeez. Dude. This game's going way longer than I expected. I just pressured Ziggs off of there by walking at him. Yeah, if your team starts random fights, don't always just be like, oh, I gotta go. Just like think about it and decide if it's good or not. Like maybe I can force my way in there, but I'm also probably the only thing that's like keeping my team together. So if I force my way in there and then I burn flash, we lose the fight, then it's just not worth it at all. And we'll just be sitting there being like, dang, like, what the heck? Like, I just threw. It feel really bad, right? So we ended up still getting inhib. Like, we're chilling. It's not bad. I want to make sure that I'm not on any wards right now. I'll get red. Okay, so let's see. 2 minutes for Baron. We're going to have to play around Baron again. Which means that I'm playing towards just getting full items. Aurelia is splitting. Splitting at this point in the game as Aurelia is probably not that great though. And you want to catch the wave before supers kill it. And you'll notice I'm getting pretty close to swapping these guns out, but I don't mind just chilling on them and then being ready to fight. I'm gonna catch this wave though because it's bad to just leave like gold / EXP on the table. And when you have supers pushing, if you have enough prio, you want to catch the wave before the supers kill it because supers eat waves really fast. And they're caught again. My god, I'm gonna have to pop off this next fight, dude. Everyone just needs Remy to carry. My god. Okay. Nice. It's unfortunate because I do want to approach these fights with the... I want to have Infernum now and just be able to like blow people up. But at the same time, it does seem like if I'm rushing objectives down, I want chakrams ready, right? So here's what I'm going to do. Let's assume that we're going to have a team fight coming up. And I have insane, like my guns are insane now, right? I can approach a fight with this combo of having one Calvum stack with a Grav, and I can set myself up for pretty good team fights. So I'm gonna sit on this one Calvum stack. Okay, that's really good. Are we gonna go for more here? Looks like we are. Nice. Alright. So like once you see that setup, you know it's a free win. Nice. And the FF. They played way longer than they needed to, but that was a pretty clean game. I say it through like once or twice maybe, but overall, like if you're looking to climb an 80 carry and it's Aphelios, that's a pretty good game. If you guys like that, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.